Hello everybody on the internet watching, and the time has come. After 7 weeks of a regular season, I was a little bit crunched up there at the end with that double and triple header in the same week. We're finally here. It's the Totally Normal Bowl, the most prestigious event I've ever made up. Yesterday was the wild card round of sorts. The number 2 and number 3 overall seeds of the regular season, the San Francisco Shitbirds, hosted the Jackson Hole Janitors, and the Shitbirds, overwhelming favorites to win that matchup, were defeated by 3 points, and it came down to whether or not an overnight flight would end with a walk-off touchdown for the Shitbirds. And although Andy Overnight did catch that long pass, he was eventually tackled down by Oscar Dudeman, and that has earned the underdogs, the Jackson Hole Janitors, the away team slot in tonight's ultimate matchup of the Totally Normal Football League. We started all the way in December with myself and 5 of my friends drafting from over 450 completely randomly generated players with completely random stats and body shapes and heights and weights. And we had to manually assign them positions. Nobody was like, I'm drafting this as a quarterback. We had to look at everyone's stats and decide where to go. And because of that formula, we've had so many very interesting roster shakeups from game to game. We've had we have quarterbacks move to center. We've had cornerbacks switch to being running backs. And the opposite of that actually happened, and possibly is the reason the Janitors beat the Shitbirds. Oscar Dudeman, the Janitors' main running back number 1, was switched to a defensive back explicitly to try and cover Andy Overnight and the other devastating receiver threats that the San Francisco team had on their roster, because Oscar Dudeman has incredible speed and a great tackling ability, but for the majority of the season he was a fairly good running back, and apparently Bobby Williamson and Geronte Dunnett really appreciated the support that Oscar Dudeman got in there, because he was totally the MVP of that match, breaking up a lot of passes that definitely would have led to touchdowns. And that effort has led Jackson Hole here. The Toronto Trash Pandas have been undisputedly the best over here division team, as they've been pitted up against the Kingston Gators and the New York Knitters. The Knitters ended the season 1-6. Because their GM insisted on picking every name that was the funniest rather than looking at their stats. And the Gators had a very, very, very rough start to their season, and they only started putting together the pieces for a great team at the end, with a victory over the Stoats in the second last week of the regular season, before annihilating the Knitters and sweeping them in the Game 7 of the regular season. But the Trash Pandas have got here off the backs of 2 incredible yard producers and chain movers. That's their tight end, Cod Player is their best. Cod Player is the best tight end in the league. He led the league in the regular season in yards after carry. I don't think I can think of anybody else in the league who has had more blown coverages to touchdown catches than Cod Player. And not only that, but the Trash Pandas also have statistically the best running back in the league in Ricky Bonbon. He is a 400-pound tank who can hurtle through a defensive line at maybe 50 miles an hour. It's actually cheating. And the Trash Pandas are going to be utilizing heavily that. Not only that, but Brian Berner and Vondell Boost Power and Gary Osiris are also very serviceable wide receivers who complement any offensive unit. And the Trash Pandas can not only move it through the air, but also on the ground. So the Janitors are going to have a lot of a harder time, since, again, their big story was adjusting their defense in order to account for the one-dimensional throwing power of the Shitbirds. But we'll see if the Janitors have anything in store for the Trash Pandas tonight. Let me get my roster page up here, because we're going to jump right into it. Everybody, please stick around after this game, because we're going to announce the full rosters for the Best Boy Bowl that's happening tomorrow night, and that's going to be the official end of the Season 1 of the Totally Normal Football League. Tomorrow night is going to be our facsimile to the Pro Bowl, where the best players of the over here and over there division are going to duke it out. So, yeah, we'll be announcing the rosters for that game, but for the right here and now, we have the most important football game I've ever had two AIs play for each other. And we're here live from Toronto. In the trash can. Nice 0 degrees Fahrenheit, which seems to be the default temperature for wherever you tend to set in Canada. Should be a fantastic game. And it's Bruce Bogdan once again. Now, this is something very interesting. So Bruce Bogdan is starting for the Janitors. Alex Fops, the most paid quarterback in the league. But Bogdan has sort of stepped up to the #1 role after the general manager wasn't too happy with how many interceptions Alex Fops was throwing. And funnily enough, Johnny Talladega for the Trash Pandas, their star quarterback, who's been out with an injury for the past few games, Elijah Fitztupper has stepped up to the plate as the quarterback for that team, and Fitztupper is starting this game. Talladega, although back from injury and fully healthy and ready to go at 100%, Fitztupper is still starting for the team, and that's the decision that management has used, so we'll see if that was the play or not. And Talladega has one of the best passer ratings in the league, and one of the best average yards per pass. And it looks like the Janitors will receive first possession as Kayleen Rando runs down the field, and he'll start the first drive of the game nearby their 30-yard line. I'd like to thank everybody who's watched or supported the Totally Normal Football League over this run for the past month and a half. As, oh my god, triple receiver set. Alright, okay, Bogdan over the middle, it's complete! Number 13, Albert Presale makes the first catch of the game. Presale, a vital piece of this passing offense. Both Presale, George Brinks, and Ivan Mold are going to be making up the main core of wide receivers. As you see there, Ivan Mold is on the move. Number 42, Michael Hotz on his coverage. And attempted handoff gets smushed as Davey Hopper makes the jump. And that's going to be a sack. That sack is going to put the Janitors back 15 yards as Bogdan looks to the right side of the field and he gets it through. That's Ivan Mold. Gets a tight window through the defensive backs. And Michael Hotz gives up another pass already. Michael Hotz is a big contributor of why the Trash Pandas were able to win back the #1 seed from the Shitbirds. His ability to cover one of the best wide receivers in the league in Andy Overnight as Kayleen Brando runs to the outside for a couple of yards. His ability to cover the best wide receiver in the league, Andy Overnight, and effectively become a shutdown corner for that entire right side of the field. They only beat the Shitbirds by a single point to win the tiebreaker for the #1 seed, and that is why they're here today for the Normal Bowl. Bogdan, play action pass, deep to the left side. It's an over-the-shoulder catch by Albert Presale, and he gets him within 10 yards of the end zone, and an 15 yards, sorry. And an explosive drive already from the Janitors as they're looking to punch it in for 6. Oh, false start. It looked like from the tight end.
False start on the offense. Number 73.
Oh, no, it was 73. That's 73. That's Pedro Silverstein, who I think actually made the Best Boy Bowl as one of the starting offensive linemen. It's a handoff to Greg Trucker. He's got blockers in front, shakes off Clint McSpeedy, but gets tackled down for a nice 4-yard run.
Gain of 4 on the play.
After the penalty, just at the beginning of the first down, it's 2nd and 11 after that 4-yard run. Bogdan tries to hand it off to Rando, but that gets smushed by Davey Hopper once again.
Gain on the play.
That's going to be a 3rd down for the Janitors as they made their way back to 3rd and 10.
Keep in front.
Bogdan, a very quick pass to Tomorrow K, and no blockers developed whatsoever, and Terry Shutcrunch goes in and shuts down that play immediately. I do not know what the plan was there, but the Janitors are now going to get Marcus Gravy out for a 30-yard field goal attempt to put 3 on the board early.
Number 19 is lined up for the field goal.
And the kick is good, and that's 3 for the visiting Janitors team as the first drive of the Totally Normal Bowl concludes, and it's now up to the Trash Pandas to respond. A stat that's going to continually haunt the Janitors this season is the fact that no one has reached the red zone more than the Janitors have in the regular season, but their ability to convert points in the red zone is almost the lowest in the league, with most of their trips ending in field goals.
Kickoff returned 11 yards. Number 35 on the return.
A tackle down, and the Trash Pandas will begin their first possession at their 23-yard line.
Buck fire. Buck fire.
So it's Elijah Fitztupper up, number 2,
Slide. Slide.
as Andy Cod player is in motion. It's a handoff to Ricky Bonbon, and he is right up the middle, but runs into a little issues.
5-yard gain on the play.
Gets tackled down. That run could have been a lot worse, and this is what the Janitors are going to have to deal with all game long, is the best running back in the league, Ricky Bonbon, the giant meatball. Steamrolls through defenses, and there he goes, and number 92 tackles him down. That's Len Players,
On the play.
who has gone above and beyond the call of duty for the Janitors this season. He was originally underrated. In fact, he wasn't even on the original, what they call the cleanup crew, that defensive line of the Janitors that was so well esteemed at the beginning of the league. But he stepped up. He's one of the best sackers on the Janitors. Oh my God, a William Simplegraw handoff.
Loss of 2 on the play.
Or sorry, that was Felix Hambread handoff, goes nowhere, and it's a 3rd down now. Or no, it's a 4th down. And Tim Bencher's out to punt, so the Janitors make a 3 and out as the number 1 seeded Trash Pandas playing at home punt away their first possession. But that took a lot of energy out of this home crowd. Kaylee Mirando making the catch near the 40-yard line. It's all come down to this. The Trash Pandas had a very, very successful regular season, and the Janitors struggled in the mid-stretch, but rallied back through a lot of clever switching around of their roster and changing of the playbooks, and now they're here with Bogdan in trouble. And Davey Hopper injures Bruce Bogdan. Bogdan with an injured shoulder as he faces through another player. And Davey Hopper, who's exploded on defense at the beginning of this game. And that means Alex Fops is going to be behind center now. The highest paid quarterback in the league steps back. It's a bullet over the middle, but it's incomplete. Albert Presale intended.
The intended receiver on the play.
Ted McMajors, part of the insane linebacker duo. Both Ted McMajors and Terry Shutcrunch have been instrumental to completely shutting down the middle of the field. And after that tackle for loss, oh, it's a bullet over the middle, and Tamaro Cade doesn't get his hands on it.
The intended receiver on the play.
Tobias Rumrucker gets the tackle. And with Bogdan injured, the Janitors are going to have to punt it away with 2 incompletes. Alex Fops passes.
33-yard punt.
You have to think a shoulder injury is devastating for a quarterback, depending on if that's their throwing arm or not. Some quarterbacks in the league here are left-handed, interestingly enough, and I don't remember which handedness Bogdan is. But the Trash Pandas will receive the punt just short of their 40-yard line. It's a play action pass to the outside, but number 36 is there. The Zach Racer, the biggest man in the backfield.
Here that comes. Delta, switch one. Want some?
He gets another tackle for loss. Fitztupper is back in action, so it looks like his shoulder wasn't too bad. And he gets a crazy completion to Brian Burner, which somehow gets through a Bobby Williamson tackle. And that brings us to the end of the first quarter. The Janitors up 3 in our American Football Championship game here. First and 10, Fitztupper is back. Or no, sorry, it was Bogdan who was injured. Duh, I don't know what I'm saying. Fitztupper over the middle, another crazy completion to Brian Burner.
13-yard gain on the play.
First and 10 on the Janitors 35. Fitztupper looking for someone open. Another crazy, just these crazy back-to-back-to-back passes. Oscar Dudeman tackles down Vondell Boost Power, but he somehow keeps his hand on the ball as he's getting tackled down and makes the completion for a 2nd and inches play. It's a scramble and tries to hand it off to Felix Hambred.
No gain on the play.
And that gets stopped quickly. Maurice Bateman with the stop.
Come on, 3 and out. Lights out. Heads up. Heads up. 3 and out. Let's go. 3 and out.
Fitztupper passes over the middle, and the short completion to Gary Osiris moves the chains.
Gain of 4 on the play.
This Toronto crowd getting into it, as the Trash Pandas have made it well within the red zone. They're just outside of the doors of the red zone. They're threatening 6 here. Janitors get the stop on Ricky Bonbon.
5-yard gain.
Michael Tyre gets the tackle, but Bonbon still trudges through for 5 yards. The man falls over for 7 yards, for crying out loud. I don't know what you can do to stop this cannonball of a running back.
Short bag.
2nd and 5. Almost at the 15. It's another Bonbon handoff as he gets the first down, tackled down by Zach Racer.
Gain of 12 on the play.
And Bonbon is as explosive as he's ever been, and I think he's going to be the secret weapon to take out the Janitors today. 4 yards to go for 6 points. I feel like we're going to see another Bonbon handoff if he's still playing, but Andy Codplayer is on the move. Janitors shift their coverage. It's a play action, and they fall for the bait, and it's nearly intercepted by Oscar Dudeman in the end zone.
Receiver on the play.
No, a man that large could not possibly be a secret. That is true. 2nd and goal. It's a hands-off to number 35, that's Simplegraw. And he punches it in for a rushing touchdown. And the Trash Pandas put 6 on the board. The Janitors against the Shitbirds last night in the wild card game only allowed 1 touchdown. It was a fairly low-scoring game, and the Janitors' defense was lights out. That was Cody Sessler, I think, looking for some sort of penalty. He was obviously upset about something there. But the extra point is good, and the Trash Pandas lead by 4 with 4 minutes, 43 seconds left in the first half of the game. Rando charges through, gets tackled down by Ryan Tapdown.
Number 49 on the return.
The Janitors just inside of their 25-yard line. Tomorrow K on the move. Ivan Mold steps up to the line. And it's a handoff, but it gets immediately stopped again by Davey Hopper, who's been above and beyond this game. He's got a sack, and that has to be his 3rd TFL today.
Let's get him. Come on. Fire out.
And Bogdan passes to the outside to Kayleen Rando, but shakes off the TFL, and he makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That could have been disastrous.
1-yard gain on the play.
But it's going to be a 3rd and 9. As the Janitors are having trouble getting it out of their territory. It's 3rd and 11, sorry. After that first Davey Hopper tackle for loss. We'll see if Bogdan goes through the air. It's a quick pass, and he throws it right into Ted McMajors, who gets another interception. This is probably his 6th of the season, if I'm not mistaken. And Bogdan gives the ball up on their 20-yard line. What a disaster after not throwing an interception all game against the Shitbirds last night. The interceptions that have plagued almost every single quarterback this season rear its ugly head as Ricky Bonbon tries going for a run, but Kyle Simpleton limits the run to 2 yards. Trash Pandas got 2 great run stops, made them panic on a throw at 3rd down, and got the interception. Absolutely textbook work from the defense. And now Fitztupper backing up. It's a deep pass to the left side, and it's caught for a touchdown by Gary Osiris. And the Trash Pandas put another 6 points on the board as this Toronto crowd goes wild. As a Ted McMajors caught interception at the 20-yard line. Begins a drive that ends in a touchdown, and the extra point is good. And the Trash Pandas lead by, oh god, 11? Yes, 11. I can't math, dude. Kaylee Mirando gets a really good looking return. Tackled down again by Ryan Tapdown.
On the return.
This calcula, man, it's a hell of a thing. First and 10. They're starting from the 30-yard line. Ogden to the outside. It's complete for a first down. As Matthew Evanson moves the chains. Evanson, a relief wide receiver. You don't really get to see much of him or Ash Stunkler. But a great appearance there. being the main man who moves the chains. 1st and 10. Bogdan once again looking through the air. In trouble. An insane reception. But I think Albert Presale went back over the line and Maurice Slacks, the strong safety for the Trash Pandas, is injured. And that could be major. So I think this is going to be one of the first ever appearances of Freddie Funky Dope, since I think Maurice Slacks has never been injured and has been reliable all game long. The number 19 Freddie Funky Dope in the backfield to help out with pass coverage. Bogdan on the move. It's an insane catch to Ivan Mold as the Janitors move the chains. 1 minute 52 seconds left. No huddle, getting straight into action, breaking through the D-line, and that's almost intercepted.
Number 13, the intended receiver on the play.
Let's see who that was that broke through and nearly got the sack. That was number 95. That's Brian Bealey. Forces Bogdan to throw it away and nearly into the hands of a linebacker. Great work there by the Trash Pandas defensive line. 2nd and 10, passed almost at the 45. It's a great reception to Tomorrow K. I can't believe that worked. And in the blink of an eye, the Janitors at the Trash Pandas 25-yard line. Bogdan once again looking through the air. It's a deep pass to the left side. It's broken up incomplete.
Number 13.
Jamie Stonemeyer breaks up the pass intended for Ivan Mold. That stops the clock at 1 minute and 32 remaining in the first half. The Trash Pandas up by 11. Tomorrow K on the move. Bogdan, pass over the middle. No one was covering number 11.
11-yard gain on the play.
Or no, that was George Brinks. Moves the chains. Now to the 15-yard line. Bogdan to Tomorrow K, who runs it on the edge for a 12-yard touchdown pass. And the Janitors put 6 on the board. Michael Hotz doing his best to keep him out of the end zone. But Tomorrow K falls in. And pending this extra point will bring Jackson Hole back within 4. And it is good. Once again, not a single kicker in the league has ever missed an extra point. And we have not seen a blocked extra point either. So forgive me if I'm a bit cavalier in calling extra points long before they happen. Minute and 16 seconds left in the half. Kick to the left side of the field. And William Simplegraw on the return gets tackled down at his 15-yard line.
Lost yardage. Number 35 on the return.
Both teams still with all their timeouts remaining. The Trash Pandas with 1 minute and 13 can still get a healthy drive out in time. And it's a handoff to Simplegraw.
25, the ball carrier.
Or Felix Hambred, excuse me. But it doesn't get in very far.
Timeout called by the offense.
And the Trash Pandas call their first timeout. One thing that I think is the saving grace for the Janitors is that Ricky Bonbon's running or stamina stat, I think, is quite low, if I remember correctly. So he could only do a couple of plays, and then he needs to be relieved by more than likely William Simplegraw, who's running back number 1. And oh, Ricky Bonbon, well spotted there by Kyle Simpleton. And that run, the Ricky Bonbon runs that were so devastating earlier in this half, we've seen the first one cut short. And the Trash Pandas will have to reevaluate what happened there. As they go 3rd and 8, just in front of their 15-yard line. Andy Cod player, who we haven't seen get a reception yet. Oh, shakes off a tackle from number 92, yeah, that was Len Players.
On the carry, 3-yard gain on the play.
And the Jackson Hole Janitors get a great stop.
Set. Hut.
Yeah, pretty far kick there as Kaylee Miranda was tackled on his 40-yard line.
3 yards.
Drill. Switch it. Come on. Come on now. Back to play. Set. Silver. Hut.
Bogdan steps back. Deep pass to left side. Broken up. Intended for Tomorrow K. Jamie Stonemeyer
Receiver on the play.
on the coverage.
X right.
Second and 10 for the Janitors 40. 44 seconds left in the half. Bogdan, lots of time. It's a pass to Tomorrow K, who gets a huge amount of yards after carry. Jackson Hole using their second of 3 timeouts.
Gain of 18 on the play.
Just like that, they're on the opponent's 40-yard line. Bogdan looking. Bogdan passing. Ivan Mould shakes off a tackler and moves the chains. They're on the 30-yard line now.
Offset weak. Move.
And this Trash Pandas defense is having a ton of problems dealing with the routes that almost intercepted by Frank Honke.
14, the intended receiver on the play.
That's going to slow the pace down. 24 seconds left in the game. The Janitors in shaky field goal distance. Marcus Grady has not been very good at kicks longer than 45 yards. Bogdan once again making the deep pass to the left side. It's caught by Presale and he brings the team to the 5-yard line.
3-yard
What is this offense?
X right.
The Trash Pandas getting absolutely carved up, and Jackson Hole might be going up 6 points before the half is over. Bogdan looking to the end zone. It's a rainbow pass, but it's tipped away by Terry Shutcrunch. Terry Shutcrunch, by the the agility of that man. He is 400 pounds and moving around like he's 120. 8 seconds left, 2nd and goal. The Janitors are going to go for it. It's a play action over the middle. It's caught by Presale for a touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown pass and another one notched for Presale, as no one was there to cover him. And the Trash Pandas are going to be down by 3 points going into the half after looking incredibly dominant in the opening of this game.
Set. Hut.
Who's number 4 on the Trash Pandas? That is Mark Canyon, free safety. Back up for Kyle Katam. I didn't see your question until now. Sorry, Moxie. We have 5 seconds left. I bet the Trash Pandas will just take a knee. Oh, it's a squib kick. Simple Gra is going to run it. That's 3 seconds. So will the Trash Pandas try something cute to maybe put a Andy Cod player Hail Mary on the board before the ends out? They'll do a halfback running play. Okay, you do you, Trash Pandas.
Come on. No, which one?
And so Ricky Bonbon gets tackled down, and that's going to end the half. Jackson Hole putting together the pieces here late in the second half with 2 thunderous drives for touchdowns. And that's going to put them 3 points ahead here in an away game at the Totally Normal Bowl. This is it. This is the championship game of the Totally Normal Football League. The Janitors have rallied back from a struggling midseason to reclaim the number 3 seed from the Stoats, defeated the Shitbirds in order to get the position in the Totally Normal Bowl. Trash Pandas, oh my god, that deep dive. The Trash Pandas had a dominant season. They were one of the few undefeated teams for a while there before losing to the Gators. And then I think the Stoats beat them as well. Or actually, I think they beat the Janitors in the regular season too, so. Second and 7 after that handoff. The Trash Pandas looking to rally back against a Jackson Hole team that is surged out on offense, and now they need to meet them point for point. An amazing pass to Andy Cod player, and Oscar Dudeman is one of the few people on the planet able to catch up to him. For most other players, that could have been it. We've seen time and time again, if Andy Cod player gets open and there's no safety help back there, he will just run it for 60, 70, 75 yards. And a very slow handoff by Ricky Bonbon, and gets up the middle as he ping-pongs off all the human beings. But Dude Man tackling down Andy Cod player, who that's the first reception we've seen of him all game. Andy Cod player has absolutely ridiculous video game stats. He's got more than 150 yards after carry. He's got multiple touchdowns. And he only has a small handful of receptions. That was almost intercepted by number 53. Maurice Bateman nearly stealing the pass to William Simplegraw. But Andy Cod player is, it's thought of as a 2-horse race for the MVP award. It's either going to come down to Andy Overnight on the Shitbirds for being the best wide receiver in the league, or Andy Cod player as it bounces off the face of Alan Combo. That's amazing. It's going to be 2nd and 10. The Trash Pandas on Jackson Hole's 25-yard line. Fitz-Tupper moves back. It's a pass over the middle, complete to Gary Osiris, who holds on to the ball through a vicious tackle from Bobby Williamson.
It's over. Let's dominate.
3rd and 1 at the Janitors' 15-yard line. Trash Pandas handed to Ricky Bonbon, who moves the chains before being tackled down by Kyle Simpleton. His 6th tackle on the day. "11 yards away from the end zone, the Trash Pandas looking to increase their lead by 4 once again. It's a handoff to Ricky Bonbon, but the backfield has been completely infiltrated by the cleanup crew. It's Kyle Simpleton and Roughhouse of cleanup.
Base. Mad dog over. Set. Dead ball.
There's a flag on the offense, so that's a false start for the Trash Pandas.
2nd down. Come on, tough D. Stay home.
It's going to be a 2nd and 16. It's Tupper looking through the air, tackled down. That what? Huh? What? Hold up. That did not happen. So number 97, that's Michael Tyre, part of the cleanup crew, forces the throw to Fitz-Tupper. Oh my Christ, this actually did happen. Let's go full zoom here. Can I go slow-mo? What's R do? Yes, R is slow-mo. Watch this. Kyle Simpleton trying to get the interception. Zach Racer, the biggest man in the backfield, also there. Off Simpleton's hands, COD player has the presence of mind to pick it up, and he brings the team to the 10-yard line. That is the dumbest play I think I've seen all year long. 3rd and 9 for the Trash Pandas. Fitz-Tupper to the left side. Oh, a car crash happens.
42 on the coverage.
Holy moly, Tanner Corner Camper, the intended receiver. That's going to limit the Trash Pandas to a field goal, and if this gets completed, which it gets chipped in, kick is good. It's a tie game, everybody watching at home, and wherever you happen to be here on this Tuesday night. 3 minutes left in the third quarter of the Totally Normal Football League's ultimate championship game, the Totally Normal Bowl. This crowd on their feet, cheering their hearts out for the home team, the Trash Pandas, who have earned the #1 seed by narrowly defeating the Shitbirds in the last game of the regular season. It's Kaylee Mirando is on a run here. Holy, what a return!
32 yards. Number 49 on the return.
That's going to put the Janitors at the 35-yard line. And Kaylee Mirando undoubtedly is the MVP of the Janitors on offense, whether it be his fantastic run blocking, as Greg Trucker gets a handoff and he goes all the way for a first down. But whether it be for run blocking on plays like this, look at this. Kaylee Mirando holding back one of the best linebackers in the league in Terry Shutcrunch. He's also known as a mobile halfback. He's out there, he can run routes when option plays right through the middle. He's caught a couple of receptions for first downs. He can run the ball, and also as a... Oh, tipped away by Michael Hotz.
Number 14, the intended receiver on the play.
And then even as their kick returner, he leads the league in kick return yardage by a significant margin. And while Andy Codplayer and Andy Overnight is stealing a lot of the light for the MVP award, Kaylee Mirando was on the ballot for it as well. It's another handoff to Trucker as he gets over the line of scrimmage and then brought down by it seems like half the team.
Of 2 on the play.
Jackson Hole has not converted yet on the third down. That's a stat I didn't think I've seen, but most of their drives have been converting on second downs as Bogdan takes his time, picks apart the left side of the field, and Albert Presale, cuts outside to get open. Gets inside of Ted McMajors for the pass, an amazing route there to beat the man coverage. First and 10 at the Trash Pandas 45-yard line. Ivan Mold on the move to the left side. The Janitors utterly stacking up that left side as they hand it off to Greg Trucker, who trips and falls over for 5 yards.
5-yard gain on the play.
This game really might come down to whoever has last possession of the game, so clock management is going to be critical. It's another handoff to Kaylee Mirando, who gets a yard.
The ball carrier, 1-yard gain on the play.
Squeezing the most out of every possession while denying resources of the opponent through that clock. We only have 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Putbacks. Bogdan looking to the air, and he's tackled down as Brian Bealey gets through the O-line for another sack. And that's going to end the third quarter. Jackson Hole in a bit of pickle here at midfield as we're tied up. 8 minutes to go in the Totally Normal Bowl. And Johnny Boy will punt it in enemy territory. Fair catch called, and this will run in for a touchback as the Janitors quickly run to it to try and spot it before it bounces through. So that touchback will bring the ball to the 20-yard line, and this is where the Pandas will attempt to regain control of the game. It's a handoff. Play action, actually, to the outside as Felix Hambread is absolutely smothered by the biggest man in the backfield, Zach Racer. Zach Racer. Minuscule amount of yardage on that. It's still effectively 2nd and 10. Fitz Tupper looking through the air again. It's a deep pass to the left side, and it's an interception by the biggest man in the backfield, Zach Racer, on back-to-back huge defensive plays. And the ball is going the other way, almost at the Trash Pandas 30-yard line, and the turnover battle goes to 0. 1st and 10, the Trash Pandas showing lots of pressure. Bogdan, play action, pass to the outside, but Maurice Slacks, who was injured previously, has come back and makes the stop on Kaylee Mirando. If momentum was measurable, we might have killed the seismograph on that turnover, as the Janitors are at the Trash Pandas 30-yard line, 2nd and 9. 6 minutes and 40 seconds left in this game. It's a handoff to Greg Trucker, but it's a fumble on the ball! The defense recovers! Terry Shupcrunch gets the ball back to the Pandas offense. After Trucker fumbles the ball, but Jackson Hole is challenging the fumble. This would not be the first time Greg Trucker has fumbled the ball. That looks like it's out to me before it hits the ground. But it's completely up to a coin flip of the AI whether or not this will stand. This is huge. The Trash Pandas just got intercepted by Zach Racer. The Janitors are on the cusp of possibly putting this game away as we're reaching the twilights of the Totally Normal Bowl.
Defense will be charged a timeout.
That's not overturned. It was a fumble, and the Trash Pandas have the ball back, and they erase that little stinky from their record as they get the ball back slightly outside of their 30-yard line. Fitz Tupper hands it off to Bonbon, who gets stopped by Allen Combo.
1 yard gain on the play.
It's going to be a 2nd and 9. Fitz Tupper to the outside. It's an interception to Oscar Dudeman, who gets a pick 6, and that's a touchdown for the defense of the Jackson Hole Janitors as we're within 6 minutes of this game ending. Dudeman, all season, running back number 1. This is his 2nd game as a defensive back for the Janitors, and his first pick 6 of the game. And that's going to put Jackson Hole up 7 points. And the kick is good, as Marcus Gravy marks his 2nd extra points of the day. And what a match what a absolutely soap opera turn of events that happened there. The interception by Zach Racer, the forced fumble of Trucker, the attempt to get that fumble overturned denied. So Jackson Hole is down a timeout, but then immediately the Oscar Dude Man pick six here in the totally normal bowl. Less than 6 minutes remaining. William Simplegraw making a return, tackled down on his 30-yard line.
Number 35 on the return.
I think I'm hearing Oscar Dude Man MVP chants as the Trash Pandas begin another drive just outside their 30-yard line. Down by a touchdown. 5 minutes 40 left in the game, and Allen combo with a big TFL as Ricky Bonbon seems to have lost steam. He was so devastating earlier in the game, and now it seems that he can't get any good runs through the middle of the field, and this defensive line, the cleanup crew, as well as excellent linebackers like Simpleton, are stopping these runs. Like, look at this again, Simpleton there gets the stop, and the Ricky Bonbon magic seems to have run out for the Toronto team. That's going to be a third down for the Trash Pandas. The Trash Pandas, who have one of the worst third down conversion percentages in the league. Fitz Tupper through the air. It's a pass on the outside, and it's an amazing completion by Brian Burner, who turbos in and gets the chains moving. I cannot believe what a clutch play this was. Watch this. Fitz Tupper. Brian Burner fakes the quick slant, gets on the outside of Williamson and causes him to miss a tackle, and Zach Racer is there to stop him. But a fantastic route run there by number 11, Brian Burner. And that keeps the drive alive as they're past their 40-yard line. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left on the clock. It's a handoff to Simplegraw, but that gets quickly stopped by Kyle Simpleton, who's been absolutely paramount in stopping these runs on the last couple of plays. Approaching midfield. Another handoff to Simplegraw goes that's Felix Hambred goes nowhere. As Zach Racer comes on the strong safety blitz. And that's going to be another pivotal third down for the Trash Pandas. Fitz Tupper goes through the air. Quick pass to the outside and diving, breaking up the pass of Bobby Williamson. And that's going to be a fourth down for the Trash Pandas. So much on the line. They're at the 40-yard line. Will they punt it away? Yes, they will. Very few possessions left in the game. The Trash Pandas have all 3 of their timeouts, but the Janitors only have 2 after a failed challenge. And of course the 2-minute warning, which the Janitors will no doubt utilize on this drive. But the Janitors could put the game away should they score on this drive. It's a handoff to Greg Trucker, who runs it up the right side for a nice 5 yards.
Ball carrier, gain of 6 on the play.
Second and 5, a very tight formation by Jackson Hole. And it's a handoff.
Number 22 on the run, 3-yard gain on the play.
They're going to be short of a first down. This is a key stop for the Trash Pandas. Jackson Hole has only converted on 1 third down this game. And that's the 2-minute warning. The Janitors are going to be trying to run the ball as much as possible here. They've got a lot of clock to burn up on their way to a possible field goal or touchdown. That'll hopefully put the game away from them and be the underdogs. Oh, and it stopped at a 4th down.
With the carry, no gain on the play.
Stanley Steaksaw stopping the run just short as the Trash Pandas use their first timeout. And Johnny Boy out to punt.
Set. Hut.
Good use of a timeout there by the Trash Pandas to preserve as much clock as possible. And William Simplegraw is going to pick up the ball at their 40-yard line. This is a must-score drive for the home team if they want to keep their dreams of becoming the first ever Totally Normal Football League champions alive. Fitz Tupper calls Gary Osiris into motion, steps back, looks for somebody open, in trouble, deep pass to right field, intended for Gary Osiris, but he was in double coverage. Oscar Dudeman credited with the swat away. And that's going to stop the clock. 1 minute and 45 seconds left in the Totally Normal Bowl. Do or die for the Trash Pandas.
X right. Set. Hut, hut, hut.
It's Tupper. Pass to the outside and Maurice Bateman! Or Greg Snyder, sorry. Almost gets the interception. He bobbles it. He had it in his hands twice. And that interception could have sealed the game away. But the Trash Pandas play on as they reach another third down on their 40-yard line. They need 10 yards out of this play. Who will step up in the clutch to keep the chains moving and the championship dreams alive? Nobody will! He's smothered by the cleanup crew as Marshall Rockenstone gets another sack on the season. But the Trash Pandas will undoubtedly go for it on fourth down here as it's now 4th and long. Andy Codd player on the move. This is it for the Trash Pandas. It's a short pass to Ricky Bonbon, who runs it over the line for a first down. An incredible pass to the running back on the edge. The Trash Pandas are alive. This crowd is going crazy. 1st and 10. Fitz Tupper looks through the air. Rockenstone trying to get it. And DeLoma, Ricky Bonbon runs it to the 30.
72.
Who said Ricky Bonbon was out of magic? Fitz Tupper, almost to the 25. It's a deep pass, and
Number 11.
number 41
On the play.
breaks up the pass and allows me a time to breathe in. 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining. The Trash Pandas on a miracle drive as they're just kissing the 25-yard line of the Janitors. A touchdown here plus the extra point will tie the game and possibly bring us to overtime. Fitz Tupper over the middle. It's the Andy Codd player for a first down.
11-yard gain on the play.
1st and 10, 1 minute remaining. Everybody shuffling into position. Fitz Tupper once again, short pass, but it's dropped by the running back. Intended for Felix Hambred, the fullback, sorry. 55 seconds remaining.
Strong left. Lucy. Delta, switch one. Come on. Set.
2nd and 10 for the Trash Pandas. Brian Burner on the move to the outside. Janitor showing man coverage. Fitz Tupper, pass over the middle. It's complete to Vondell Boost Power, who brings the team within the 5. That's a first down, no huddle. And it's a sack by Alan Combo. A very quick sack brings them to 2nd and goal, moves them marginally back, and Talladega is going to spike the ball with 35 seconds left. So they're spiking the ball in order to give time for getting the proper formation out. And they're going to go for split backs here in the red zone. At the cost of them moving to 3rd down. Fitz Tupper looks for somebody open. He gets the pass to the outside. It's caught! Gary Osiris reels it in for 6. And we're close to a tie game with only 31 seconds remaining in the Totally Normal Bowl. And they're going for the 2-point conversion. Let's go! Oh no! This is it. This is it for the Trash Pandas. 2 points could put the whole Totally Normal Bowl away. It's a handout to Ricky Bonbon, and he gets it. The conversion is successful, and the Trash Pandas go up 2 as they lead by 31 seconds remaining in the Totally Normal Bowl. The first ever successful successful 2-point conversion in the entire Totally Normal Football League, and however many games we've had so far on this Twitch stream, that is the first one that gets punched in, and who else than Ricky Bonbon? I am going crazy, and so is this Toronto crowd, as Tim Bencher kicks it off to the Jackson Hole Janitors. Squib kicks it. Oh, that's a really great squib kick. The Janitors down a timeout due to a failed challenge earlier. They have no resources. If they want to win this game, they need to go deep, and they need to play hard here. We'll see what they decide to do. 26 seconds remaining to get them within field goal range. How will the Trash Pandas defense respond to the pressure? Bogdan. Deep pass to the right side, tipped away by number 18, Maurice Slacks. 23 seconds remain. It's 2nd and 10. We're past the Janitors' 25-yard line. Bogdan, once again, looking to the skies. It's a deep pass to the left side. It's complete to Presale as the Janitors use their second of 3 timeouts. Both teams, 1 timeout remaining, 19 seconds left on the clock. The Janitors will need to save that timeout to set up the game-winning field goal. They must pass the ball here as Bogdan looks for somebody open to the right side. It's complete to Ivan Mold. They have time for one more play. They have to get one more play. They could run it for a first down here, and it might be down to a Marcus Gravy. No, they'll spike the ball. If Greg Trucker can punch it in for 10 yards, call a timeout, and it might come down to a Marcus Gravy field goal. 3rd and inches. No, Bogdan's looking through the air. It's over. It's complete to Albert Presale, and Jackson Hole will use their final timeout. And they have no choice but for a Marcus Gravy 53-yard field goal. This is a bit outside of Marcus Gravy's range. He missed a 51-yarder in the game against the Shitbirds, but thankfully the game wasn't on the line. But now it is. It is a Marcus Gravy. The championship, the entire Totally Normal Bowl rests on Marcus Gravy's foot. Will this 53-yard field goal attempt win the game, or will they go home in shame? It's no good, it's short, and the Trash Pandas will win the first ever Totally Normal Bowl by 1 point. The same margin they used to beat the Shitbirds to get the #1 overall seed in the regular season. And it all came down to a last-second field goal kick. What a game! Wow! That was one of the best games of football I've ever seen, played by humans or an AI in my life. Oh! Oh my god, Bogdan played his nuts off, dude. 1 interception, 68% completion for a 101.5 rating. Fitz Tupper also did about as well as you can hope for quarterbacks in this league. Oh my god! Holy moly, dude. The championship game, the 2-point conversion. I can't believe the balls on the coaching AI to make that. Holy shit. Oh my god, dude. Ricky Bonbon became a wide receiver on that last drive for some reason? Oh my god. Greg Trucker also stepping up. Yeah, this is below average numbers for Ricky Bonbon. The Janitors really had his number in the middle of the game. The cleanup crew and Kyle Simpleton in particular had a bead on Ricky Bonbon. And then the way the Trash Pandas started utilizing Bonbon on the short wheel routes and the short routes as like basically as a tight end almost. Oh my god. Ugh. Let's go to the receiving yards. Yeah, Albert Presale was a large reason why the Janitors were in the spot they were in. Oh man, Gary Osiris making a lot of plays, Ivan Mold, all of these people. The rock got tossed to a lot of different people this game, but Presale in particular. 15.2 average on his 7 receptions. That is incredible video game numbers. Holy moly. Yeah, Kyle Simpleton. Half of Kyle Simpleton's tackles were for loss, and I want to say all 4 of them were on Ricky Bonbon. And where is he? Oscar Dude Man with the pick 6. One of the only, I think that was the 3rd pick 6 of the season. Ugh. An Allen combo with that crucial tackle there. Yeah, Davey Hopper played out of his mind for the Trash Pandas. Got a lot of really great run stops and a sack as well. Yeah, Marshall Rockenstone with a sack. Brian Bealey with a sack. I'm going to be watching this game over a couple of times. It had the stupidest play I've ever seen completed by Andy Cod player where Kyle Simpleton tipped it away into his hands for a completion. Oh my god, what a game. I think people are going to be talking about this one for a long time, and I can't think of a better way to end such an insane season. The Cinderella story of the Janitors barely squeezing by to the number 3 seed by facing the Stoats in the last game of the regular season. Upsetting the Shitbirds. Nobody thought the Janitors were going to win that matchup, but a key personnel decision and switching up the defensive playbook on the Janitors got them to this place, and they showed that they ended up being one of the better teams in the league, but the Trash Pandas found a way to win, as all of the best teams in football tend to do, and I think there's not more I can say other than that. Before you go, I'm going to announce the rosters for tomorrow night's Best Boy Bowl, as although the season itself has concluded tonight, we've still got our All-Star game tomorrow night, which should be a ton of fun to watch. Very curious though, is I also calculated how expensive each of the 2 teams' rosters are. So to explain, because I think I'm jumping ahead a couple of steps here, the season consisted of 6 teams, of 2 divisions of 3. So you had the Jackson Hole Janitors, the San Francisco Shitbirds, and the Seattle Stoats in the Over There division, which consisted of mostly the West North America. You had the Kingston Gators, the Toronto Trash Pandas, and the New York Knitters make up the Over Here division. And the Best Boy Bowl consists of the best players chosen from the Over Here versus Over There divisions. And that is the rosters I'm going to name out here. So this is basically a who's who of the Totally Normal Football League. And I also calculated how expensive the rosters are. And these numbers are actually quite shocking. So every player, depending on how good their stats are, I have a complicated Google Sheets formula to calculate how much the contract costs. Each team is only allowed a salary cap of $80 million. The Over Here Best Boy Bowl team is $59.8 million, which is very much under budget. Whereas the Over There division team is $76.1, so that's only within budget by less than $4 million, which I thought is very interesting. I guess the Over Here division has a lot of cheap, great talent. But, yeah, so quarterback for the So this is the whole roster for the Over Here division. Starting quarterback, Johnny Talladega. The offensive linesmen are Benny Axehandle and Logan Haller from the Toronto Trash Pandas. Patrick Waddleby, Clint Hardball, and Logan Oderstench from the New York Knitters make up the O-line. The running back core consists of Ricky Bonbon of the Toronto Trash Pandas, who was instrumental in their victory on the last drive here for the championship, so a well-earned spot. From the Kingston Gators, Aston Sullivan and Aiden Spears, and the New York Knitters, crowd favorite Kelly Olajewova will be running back number 3. Their fullback will be the Toronto Trash Pandas' Felix Hambred. The 5 wide receivers set to go to the Best Boy Bowl for the Over Here division: Brian Berner and Vondell Boostpower of the Pandas. The New York Knitters are sending Morgan Salesboy and Iggy Freestag, and Omar Jeltz is joining from the Kingston Gators. The 3 tight ends, no surprise here, Andy Cod player and Tanner Corner Camper from the Trash Pandas, and Dirk Frickner will also be joining them from the Knitters. The defensive line, Matthew Hart Bishop from the Kingston Gators is going to be standing alongside Jacoby Harmsway and Quentin Screamley from the Knitters. And the Toronto Trash Pandas' Stanley Steak Sauce will end the line. The starting 3 linebackers, Jay McDiggle from the Kingston Gators will be standing alongside the best linebacker tandem in the league statistically, Ted McMajors and Terry Shutcrunch, who we saw make great plays in that last game, who played for the Pandas. The defensive backs, the cornerbacks, Tyler McFridge from the Kingston Gators, Destin Mystery from the New York Knitters, and Michael Hotz and Jamie Stonemeyer from the Pandas. Our safeties are Randall Cloud from the Gators and Kyle Katam from the Pandas. The punter will be Ziggy Sidesmash from the Gators, and Eddie Bathhouse will be the kicker from the New York Knitters. The starting lineup for the over there division team. The starting quarterback will be Jeff Forshot of the San Francisco Shitbirds. The O-line will consist of Bob Stubbs and Pedro Silverstein of the Janitors. Carl Carlson of the Stoats will also join them, and Mark Bussell and Farley Love will be center and right guard respectively from San Francisco. Their running back team consists of Ben Zeitgeist from the Stoats, Oscar Dudeman and Greg Trucker from the Janitors, and Gary Downson from San Francisco. Kaylee Rando of the Janitors will be fullback. The wide receivers include, again, no surprise here, Andy Overnight and Kelsey Ba'Auto of San Francisco, George Brinks and Albert Presale from the Janitors, and Fred Freeman from the Stoats will also be there catching balls thrown by Jeff Forshot. The tight ends include San Francisco tight end Pierre Dumoulin, Jackson Hole tight end Tamar O'Kay, and Stoats tight end Ollie Misselmove. The defensive line will consist of Len Players and Alan Combo from the Janitors, Damar Hott from the Stoats, and Evan Sackland, who leads the league overall in sacks in the regular season, from San Francisco. Your linebackers will be Kyle Simpleton of the Janitors and Ronnie Smashmouth and Danny Hairline from the Shitbirds. The cornerbacks will include Nicholas Five Iron and Tanner Gorgerdome from the Shitbirds, Girani Foulplay from the Stoats, and Bobby Williamson from the Janitors. The safeties will include Octavius Alwayson from the Stoats and John Jackbose from the Shitbirds. Kicker will be DJ Wideboy from San Francisco, and the punter will be Nellie Rockhurst of the Stoats. So look forward to that tomorrow night. That's going to be at 8 o'clock, our usual starting time, and that will be our also end of year festivities, which will include the naming of the MVP award and also some other fun stuff I might make up for it. We'll see what I have time for. Thank you, everybody, whether you participated in the Totally Normal Football League as a GM, whether you watched as an avid supporter and lover of this little silly thing I've started with this decrepit old football game that can't do offensive line blocking to save its own life. I really hope you enjoyed this product I put forth over December and January. There is a Season 2 planned, but with how crazy my February is going to end up being, I don't know when that will be. So stay tuned to my Discord server for updates of when that will happen, and I'll see you tomorrow night for the Best Boy Bowl. So from me to you, TG, thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourselves and stay safe. Congratulations once again to the Toronto Trash Pandas for winning the Totally Normal Bowl.